for the first time in a while. We're back. It's time for a rapid reactions pod after Carolina dismantles Charleston Southern by the final score of 105-60. Jones and Adam here with you. The show, of course, is presented by our friends at Modelo, an official beer of the Tar Heels. Adam, my main takeaway is that the Tar Heels are better than Charleston Southern. And in all joking aside, Carolina did what it should have done tonight. They were the better team. They jumped out to a big early lead. They never let up. A lot of guys played. A lot of guys had success. And Carolina wins this handily.
Contributions up and down the lineup. You got the big numbers you expect from your mainstays. RJ Davis leads the Tar Heels in scoring again and does something no Tar Heel has ever done.
Yeah.
But then also players like Jaylen Washington, Seth Trimble, basically everyone. We could name everyone. Felt like did something to help Carolina win, and we'll go into 2024 feeling good about what they contributed.
You'll see interview I had with Hubert Davis, interview Adam had with Jaylen Washington coming up in just a second. That stat that Adam was referencing with RJ Davis, and Coach Davis talks about this a little bit, is 20 points, 10 assists, which is his first point assist double-double as a Tar Heel. RJ Davis actually had 4 double-doubles, point rebound, but first time he's had a point assist double-double. But then what makes it even extra impressive is 5 steals, no turnovers. And there's never been another Tar Heel that has had that stat line before. And when you're saying the history of Carolina basketball, that is something else. And Adam, RJ Davis just continues to, as you and I have talked about this some recently in the audio pod and other places, he's playing at a high level, but he's doing it in no way does it feel selfish, even though he is scoring a lot of points.
He just looks so comfortable, and it looks like it's coming so easily to him. Like when he decides he's going to score, he just goes to where he wants to shoot and shoots and makes it. And when he decides he wants to pass, like the play to Jalen Withers in the second half, you could just kind of look at him and say, he has decided he's going to get an assist. How's he going to do it? Oh, spin into the lane and throw like a twirling bounce pass that Withers is able to dunk. That was a gorgeous play. It just looks like it's coming easy. I think he's on triple-double watch now.
That was a possibility. Well, we know RJ Davis is a good rebounding guard. He's been a good rebounder really his whole Carolina career, even though he's not a big guy. So could it be point, rebound, assist? We'll find out.
It's been a while.
Stay tuned. Also, stay tuned right here. We're going to let you listen to, I chatted with Hubert Davis. Adam talked with Jaylen Washington. Career highs for Jaylen tonight in both points with 17 and rebounds with 7. You'll hear from both of those gentlemen. Adam and I will come back and talk a little more and get you ready for a difficult stretch upcoming for the Heels. That's after you hear these interviews on a Rapid Reactions edition of the Carolina Insider. Whole lot of Tar Heels tonight in the Smith Center as they run away from Charleston Southern and improved to 9-3 and done with non-conference play. I'm inside the Continental Tire Coach's Corner alongside the head coach of the Tar Heels, Hubert Davis. And, Coach, your team coming off the holiday break obviously looked very good tonight. What'd you like? I'm guessing a lot to like tonight with your team's big win.
Well, I did. You know, they played like they practiced the last three days. And I told them that after the game. I felt like the way that they practiced, the way that they prepared was the way that they played today. I thought, you know, from a defensive standpoint, we had some mistakes in leaving their best three-point shooters open at times, but I felt like we were locked in defensively. We did a good job. It's the first time in 4 games we've out-rebounded an opponent. And then on the offensive end, we were sharing the basketball, and we've been talking about getting back to good to great. We felt like for a couple games it was stopping at good, and we want the ball to stop at great. And as a team, we had 20 assists. And I told him after the game a story about, you know, that I don't look at stats. And I got that from Coach Smith and Coach Guthridge. He never let us look at our stat sheet. We never knew how much we averaged. He always believed in your preparation and your practice, and your play will take care of itself. And that followed me all throughout the NBA. I never looked at my stats. You know, I just wanted to work on how hard I played. And if I did that, then I knew that my stats will take care of itself. But it was important to acknowledge what RJ Davis did. You know, Carolina has such a unbelievable history of incredible players. So when somebody said this is the first time ever, it's pretty good. And so the first time ever to have 20 points and 10 assists and 5 steals and 0 turnovers in Carolina history, that is a stat that we needed to acknowledge after the game.
Coach, another guy who put up good stats today was Jaylen Washington. Career high in points, career high in rebounds for him. You played Jaylen and Armando together some. What do you like about that, and what do you like about Jaylen tonight?
We've been practicing having both of them together and going big. And it's something that we wanted to look at and something that we feel like can help us in terms of rebounding, because rebounding is such a big part of us. So, to help out rebounding, get taller guys out there. And so that's great. And then with, Jay Wash and Armando, they're two different types of bigs. And so Jay Wash can play on the perimeter. Obviously, he can shoot the ball from the outside, so that gives us our spacing and the balance that we want. And so it's something that we're going to continue to look at and continue to use.
This was a game where a bunch of guys played, a bunch of guys scored and got in the box score. What does a game like that do for your team in total when so many different guys can contribute?
Well, everybody wants to play. And so when everybody plays and they play, good minutes and they get an opportunity to score and run up and down that floor, everybody's happy, and we have a really happy locker room. But it's a happy locker room, not just for individual success, it's for the team success. You mentioned it's the last non-conference game, and we've had a pretty nice non-conference schedule. And for us to be in the position, obviously we want to be undefeated, but the position that we're in now, have to feel very proud of the way that we've played the first 2 months of the season.
Coach, last thing you guys do now ahead, it's nothing but conference play the rest of the way, and it starts with a very challenging 3-game road stretch after the new year. What will be important in your mind and things that you want to work on leading up to that stretch?
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go already. I love ACC play, and you're right, starting 3 road games to start ACC season is going to be a challenge for us, but I like challenges, and it's going to be exciting to go to Pitt and to Clemson and to North Carolina State and be able to compete. They've had success in non-conference season as well, and so it'll be a really good test for us, but I feel like we're in a position to compete and come away and play the best that we can.
Coach, you have my box score. What was the final score again in this game? It was a lot to a little.
I have no idea.
Hold on, let me read it there. There it is, 105-60, the final score. Tar Heels win by 45. Coach, congratulations on the big win, and look forward to talking with you soon.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That's Hubert Davis, guys, in the Continental Tire Coach's Corner.
Alongside Jaylen Washington after Carolina gets biscuits to end out the year against Charleston Southern. Jaylen with a career high in points. Jaylen with a career high just basically in everything. What'd you feel like you did well tonight?
Just brought a lot of good energy. I feel like I played free out there, and, we just had a lot of fun. So I feel like those are the biggest things that you can do when you play basketball, just getting caught in the game, and it ended up well.
Playing free, it seems like, is something you're getting more comfortable doing. There were times last year where it looked like you were thinking about what you were doing. Tonight it looked like you're just playing. How have you gotten to that point?
Really just practice and, just being healthy, not trying to miss too many practices, miss too many days, just being available, just to gain the day-to-day experience and practice and just playing the game, really.
As a lot of people know, you have battled some health issues and are finally able to play healthy. How does that feel different when you're out there? What kind of things are you able to do differently that maybe you couldn't do maybe even last year at this time?
Just move with confidence, really. Still, working on getting stronger and, quicker and all that as I'm, growing and getting older. But really just playing with confidence, being able to do a lot of things better, like move laterally, jump higher, run, stop, and just decelerate. I would say like those things are things that I'm, able to see improvements in compared to last year.
You scored a lot of different ways tonight. You scored close to the basket. You had the nice face-up on the baseline. You hit a couple three-pointers. What are you proudest of? What have you worked hardest to add to your game?
Really just consistency. So I would say, consistency on the 3-ball. I always could shoot, but just trying to make threes in a row, make shots in a row. So that's one thing I'm proud of. I always like it when I hit threes. It's my favorite part of my game.
Coach Davis has bragged a lot on your post defense too. How have you worked on that? He says he thinks you might be the team's best post defender. Where do you feel like you've gotten better in there?
Really just being able to stay in front of guys. You don't have no choice. You got to go up against Mondo every day in practice. So really just being able to take contact and just stay in front of them, contest a shot. That's all you can do sometimes. Push guys off their spots, make them a little bit uncomfortable. And then just, playing against smarter guys is, learning what they don't want to do, what they really like to do, what they want to get to, and just not allowing them to do that.
Nothing but conference games from here on out. How can you build on this type of performance as you go into the league?
Just take every day for 100%. Just like go hard every single day. Just value the days because it's a long season. We just starting conference play, so we gotta stick together and just make sure that we build every day, keep stacking days.
Carolina basketball puts 22,000 people in the building on a Friday night in the middle of December to watch the Tar Heels play a team maybe not as good. What's it like to have a lot of kids in the crowd? When you see that type of crowd, what does that do for you?
That's awesome. Like the energy that our fans give us, we have the best fans in the country. Energy that our fans gives us keeps us going, gives us boost in the game when we're going through a drought. So, we wouldn't be in good positions that we are without our fans.
Not too many droughts for Jaylen Washington tonight. Career high 17. Jaylen, thank you.
So the Tar Heels win it by 45 points. 105-60 is the final score. And Adam, largest lead was 47, which is by far the largest lead at any point in any game this season for the Tar Heels. Adam, clearly Charleston Southern is not the most talented team that Carolina's faced this year, but I do think it's the second game in a row, Oklahoma being the last one, where the Tar Heel defense has been effective, not just in stopping the opposition, but then creating offense for the Tar Heels. They had 9 steals in this game, 7 block shots. They had 10 steals against Oklahoma. The Sooners had 18 turnovers in total, and it felt like that defensive activity has helped Carolina in both games get out into the open floor some, where they did a nice job converting.
And Carolina able to mix in a couple wrinkles defensively in this game just to get some game action on things they've been working on in practice, extending the pressure out beyond half court into the backcourt. And when you can get some of those live ball turnovers, you can run. And Carolina wins fast break points 15-0 because they were able to get some turnovers on the fly and get out and get some easy layups.
So again, final score 105-60. And Adam, just before we're done, that is it for non-conference play for Carolina in the regular season. Nothing but ACC games moving forward. It's a really tough, not start to ACC play because Carolina has already played a conference game, but a start in the new year of 3 consecutive road games. If you've watched it with us here the whole way, you heard Hubert Davis said he was fired up and ready to go and excited to get into conference action. And I do think that Pitt game is one that the Tar Heels want to play well in. Pitt has had Carolina's number here as of late.
Yes, and I don't think the Tar Heels feel like they've played particularly well, both in terms of like technically playing basketball, but also in standing up to what Pitt's trying to do to them. There's absolutely no secret what Pitt's going to try to do to the Tar Heels. I think this group of Tar Heels is a little different mix, and I'm not sure they're going to take that quite as friendly as past Tar Heel teams have. That's going to be a battle.
So that's coming up on January 2nd. That is this upcoming Tuesday at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 6 o'clock radio-wise for that one. Adam, any other glorious thoughts from you after the Tar Heels win big?
Great crowd. Sold out at the Smith Center on a Friday night against a 4-8 team.
Yeah.
A lot of kids probably seeing their first game at the Smith Center. That was a great one to see.
Yeah, Tar Heels play well, look good, and run away from Charleston Southern by the final score of 105-60. Thanks for being with us. It's another Rapid Reactions edition of the Carolina Insider.